The girl, unable to afford the boat fare, was taken to the lounge by the crew for a private inspection. Thus, the poor Lin Xiao suffered inhumane humiliation, but looking at the baby in his arms, he willingly swallowed this indignity. However, Lin Xi's patience only led to the crew's escalating demands. The crew member called him away again, and took him to the captain's office. Lin Xi knew what he was about to face. At this point, there was no turning back for him, only sinking deeper into a vicious cycle as events unfolded. After everything, Lin Xi only received a meal as hush money to keep him from speaking out about the incidents. A moment of dread arose from within, and Lin Xi ran back to the ship crying. An elderly lady nearby saw this, and took out 2 bottles from her bosom. She was out to deliver medicine to a client, and these 2 bottles contained the world's most potent poison. Just a small amount would. After a short moment, one would roll their eyes back, foam at the mouth, and die. After hesitating for a moment, Lin Xi made up his mind. He directly took the poison, and, while the crew was not paying attention, secretly slipped to the back, putting the poison into the wine bottle. He then placed these poisoned bottles on the crew's dining table. Even the captain couldn't escape. Lin Xi was no longer afraid, calmly delivering the wine bottle into the room and closing the door. By the time all this was done, the ship was gradually approaching the dock. Lin Xi didn't have time to think. He hurriedly said goodbye to the old lady. Meanwhile, as the poison took effect, the 4 crew members and the captain collapsed on the ground with pale lips. For a moment, the rescue personnel could not determine the cause of death, while Lin Xi, holding the child, because there was no time to try to smoothly absorb suspicion, he snuck off the ship. All the twists and turns allowed him to smoothly slip onto the bus. Fortunately, Li Day's appearance helped him resolve some unnecessary trouble. Perhaps because of what Lin Xi had endured, he voluntarily gave up his own lunch and ordered Lin Xi to eat it all. The long-lost concern gradually made Lin Xi lower his guard and involuntarily chat a bit more with Li Day. It was at this moment that a heavy rain fell, blocking the road ahead. To ensure the safety of pedestrians, they were forced to stay in the hotel. Initially, Lin Xi thought that once they got off the bus, Li Day would no longer check on him. However, unexpectedly, Li Day not only gave him a meal for free, but also used his own money to buy Lin Xi half a phone. Lin Xi was very grateful to Li Day, grabbing his hand and repeatedly thanking him. But there's no such thing as a free lunch. Li Day's words made Lin Xi see the world differently, and also made him see Li Day in a new light. Lin Xi held Li Day's hand, hesitating in the air. He wanted to rush back, but Li Day's kindness made it impossible for him to refuse. Helpless, the tragedy that initially occurred on the cruise ship replayed here.